So overtime records coming into this one. The Riverhawks 2-1-1. The Wildcats a very similar 2-2-1. So it's going to be Stevenson with Gagne and Heward out for the Wildcats. And on the flip side, it's Stella out with Berglund and Johnson for UMass Lowell as Gagne gets tied up with Berglund in the corner. Now UNH has a 3-on-2 if they hustle. It's Heward down the right side. Gets pushed off and we'll send it over to Stevenson. Stevenson the lone forward out right now. UNH going with a 2 defenseman set. As Gagne now towards the middle of the ice to Stevenson. Stevenson controlling things in the far corner, pushes to Gagne. Gagne, quick shot, that one was deflected. Went wide, but it's gonna stick on the stick of the Wildcats. The nice thing about this 3-on-3 is you can really take your time, find the open ice as Devlin and Kerfania come on. Stevenson loses that one, but it's gonna bounce forward to Kerfania. Cole sticks with it. Now for the Riverhawks, and a nice job by Stevenson to stay in the middle of the ice. What was a dangerous pass.
Yeah, could have been the game winner right there for UMass Lowell if that pass had gotten through.
So Stevenson's gonna step off. LeClair's on. As puck is taken away. McDonald had it, but here comes LeClair on a breakaway. Cy LeClair from New Hampshire, and he's stoned on the breakaway by Welsh.
Oh, the puck laid out there too, but only 3 guys out there. It's cleared away by the Riverhawks. Great breakaway. Nice setup by Liam Devlin.
Welsh has been strong again. We've talked so much about both goalies. As Devlin now has it, and one UMass Lowell player's without a stick. Kerfania almost had that one. It went just wide. Kerfania's still with it. Devlin's going to step behind him, and UNH is going to come back out to center ice to regroup. Kerfania back into the zone to LeClair. LeClair and Devlin, the 2 goal scorers for the Wildcats tonight. Playing give and go, and just over 2 minutes into this overtime, Devlin's going to skate it back and hand it off to Calais Erickson.
Yeah, they're going to do a slow change here as LeClair's already off the ice.
Cronin, Black, and Erickson now out for the Wildcats. As a errant pass by Black, and here come the Riverhawks the other way. It's Bentley, quick shot, and Fessenden steps up to make the save. Both goalies stopping some grade A opportunities in this one.
Oh, holy cow, what an overtime here. Here's Cy LeClair looks to go to the backhand, tries to roof it. Welsh stays on it, and Riverhawks clear it out. And then coming the other way, here's Bentley. Right into the belly. Thank you.
So Stevenson, Heward, Gagne back out for the Wildcats. Berglund, Chambers, and Korenchuk out for the Riverhawks. As face-off so important in these overtimes. As puck possession is the name of the game. Wildcats come away with that one. Heward now controls. He'll move to the middle of the ice with a little bit of speed. Heward circles back after he was pushed off by Berglund. Berglund's been playing aggressive on this 3-on-3 defensively. Gagne with some space. He'll loop around the net. Is double teamed. Has Heward. Stevenson was up high as Heward was looking for the cross crease pass. Gagne back to Heward. Heward now with it at the top of the point to Gagne. 1:55 left to go in overtime. Wildcats will regroup in the middle of the ice, and we'll see another line change coming up.
They're going to bring out the Devlin line again.
So Devlin and LeClair now out. See Gagne head to the bench. Just a minute as Liam Devlin coming forward with speed. Devlin gets tripped up, and the Riverhawks will come forward on a 3-on-2 now. It's Chambers leading the charge. Chambers sends that pass to the middle. Quick shot, that one went wide. And Fessenden makes another big sprawling stop. Puck through the slot again. And the Riverhawks are just going to dump that out. And what was another crazy sequence of events.
Yeah, the Riverhawks using their goalie as a 4th player there to get a line change. Kind of calm things down.
Johnson now with it. Far hash marks. Johnson controlling over to Kaiser. Kaiser looking for the shot. Will instead hand it off. That's Stella with it. Stella looping all the way around the net. Shoots and scores! Jake Stella puts the cap on this one as UMass Lowell comes on into the Whittemore Center and grabs 5 of 6 points against the Wildcats on the weekend. Bryant does have 3 points in conference, still looking for their first win in conference, however, as all 3 of those have been ties. There's a nice job there by Nicholson to move it forward. Warren will streak over, but that ball just a little bit too far out of her reach. And McNeil will play again. UNH looking for a 3rd goal. This offense starting to look more and more fluid. As Emily Beanie now has it. Beanie to her right will look towards the middle. Beanie looking for a Wildcat, and Garente was almost able to get ahead on that one. But it just went over her. The goal kick will stay in possession of the Wildcats as Maddie Warren will have it. Warren to Garente. Garente tried to turn a corner. It's on the far side, limping a little bit. The first goal scorer, Abby Meyer, was down. Looks like she's back up now. Beanie now down into the corner. Beanie towards the box, has a head, and what a save by McNeil. Maddie Warren looking for her 2nd in just a few minutes. Take another look at this one. Beanie, a beautiful left-footed cross, and Warren was all alone. This game could easily be 4-1 at this point, if not for the acrobatic saves from the junior Kate McNeil. She had that one there, and then around the middle of this half, that beautiful save on Harrells. So UNH has 6 shots, and something you don't always see. All 6 of those have been on net, so extremely accurate with their attempts for goal. And Bryant has 3 shots, 2 of those on net. We'll see a substitute for both teams here. Garente will come off the pitch with 6:20 to go. And Kate Bean will also come out. Sarah Patternell will come in for UNH, and Emily Supple will come in for the Bulldogs. Since that Bryant goal, UNH has really shut them down offensively, as the field has really shifted ways a couple times now. So for Bryant, you've got to be happy with the fact that you were able to find some offense so far. That goal from Podolski earlier on. As Patternell, a little bit of space, a shot, and score! Sarah Patternell, the junior from Wolfboro, New Hampshire, puts in lucky number 3 this half for the Wildcats. Patternell nets her first of the season with a beautiful left foot strike. You see that ball moved forward in a little bit of space. Patternell moved to the left, and once again, right past the goaltender McNeil. And UNH has been dotting the I's, crossing the T's, and have been extremely accurate with their goals and shots tonight. Some of the finest plays we've seen.
Guys, I'm here with UNH head coach Mark Hubbard. Mark, you guys got off to a good, strong start. What did you kind of like from your team, especially in those first 10 minutes?
Yeah, we were moving it well, connecting, holding the ball in high areas, being able to build around them, pin them in their end, not allow them to get into a good rhythm in their possession. And the half just kind of got a little ugly in terms of fouls and them breaking the rhythm. And we got to keep our heads in these moments and being able to sort of get through it. Some bad marking on a corner kick for the goal. And we need to clean up, but other than that, still in a good position.
And I wanted to ask you about that. A very chippy first half, 2 yellow cards for both teams. What do you kind of make of that, and what do you think your team needs to do to ensure victory through the second half?
Yeah, I just think it's an NCAA game. It's tight. Like, there's going to be calls that don't go your way. You got to kind of stay above that. But it's definitely in their part a little bit of a way to break the rhythm that we had going, and they did a decent job being able to do that and work their way back into it. So we got to stay above it and keep moving the ball and come out with the second half with that same energy.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys. Seton Hall head coach Andreas Lindberg. Coach, down 2-1 after the first half. What were some of the adjustments you made down in the locker room?
We just got to keep the intensity up, try to be smart. You got really chippy on both sides of the ball. We got to be smart, try to keep the ball when we have it. And then we got to be hungry. We got to come down to the wire here.
And I wanted to ask, you guys, fell down 2-0 early, but responded quickly with a goal. What did you kind of like from your team there in the first half?
Yeah, it's the response. We can, just go down and die for it or go out fighting. And we're certainly going out fighting. So I'm really happy about that.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach. Travis, back to you guys.
Let's get down to the third member of our crew, Andrew Gardner, who's got something on Bombito.
Hey guys, so now entering the 77th minute of play, the Seton Hall Pirates just registering that one shot, which ended up resulting in a goal, but Moise Bombito has been doing everything for the Wildcats. Standing down here by a couple of the players who have been warming up, some of them getting into the game, some of them just warming up. Bombito a couple minutes ago, about 10 minutes ago, came down on a one-on-one, and they were really coaching him through it, supporting him through that defending of Seton Hall. So he has been just such a key player for the Wildcats this year. Again, America East Defender of the Year, and has really been the captain of that back line for the Wildcats. Here with Eli Goldman, another goal tonight. Kind of what did you see from this Pirates team, and how are you able to extend that goal streak? You now had goals in both America East, semifinals, championship game, and now another goal in NCAA playoffs.
Yeah, I'm happy we got 2 early on, what we talked about, and it put us in a good position. For my goal personally, it was all Tola. He just laid it right on a platter, and so I just had to tap it in.
On Monday at the selection show, you guys, seem pretty excited about the FIU draw for next round. You beat them 3-0 earlier this year. What are you kind of expecting from them?
Yeah, it's going to be a whole different game than the first time we played them. We're playing at their place now, different field, different weather, but we're excited. We know the personalities, so we're going to lock in tonight and get going from here.
78 degrees on Sunday. How's that sounding down in Miami?
That sounds good. That sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks, Eli. Congrats.
Talk about, the 86-year buildup. People talk about it. It was an 86-year, party in the works, and it was almost so much sweeter with, I know the 2003 loss stung at the time, but, you get over that, you win the World Series, and then coming back from 3-0, as you said, it was almost scripted like a movie. So I kind of have 2 questions. One, how was that whole celebration week, like the parade? When you guys win it in St. Louis, how crazy was that night? And do you have any crazy stories from that? And then, actually, you answer that, and then I'll get to the second part of it after.
It was a little bit of a downer. We had a ball in St. Louis. They, earlier in the season, they were filming the movie Fever Pitch.
That was exactly what I was going to ask you about.
They started filming the movie, and actually, I was in the dugout one day. I never forget. It was like August or September. We were playing the Rays. I never forget it. Billy Hatcher, who's now one of my closest guys who coached me here with the Reds for years. He was coaching first base for the Rays at the time. So he's running across the field, and they're going to do the national anthem, and they throw the flag down on the Green Monster to reenact opening day for the movie. And I never forget, Derek Lowe was like, what is going on here? He's looking up and seeing Jimmy Fallon talking in the stands and the cameras, and he's like, he couldn't figure out what's going on.
For you as a broadcaster, obviously, you're at the stadium, day in and day out. You're following this team probably as close as anybody around it. So I want to ask you, what's kind of more enjoyable for you? I know in 2018 you saw the Fisher Cats win the championship of their league. Is it more enjoyable to see a minor league team go and win a championship? Because I know winning is important, but at the end of the day, they're trying to develop these players. Or is it cooler to see a guy come up who's maybe not the top prospect, but he comes in, does really well, moves up the ranks? What do you kind of enjoy seeing more?
We were lucky in 2018 where we had both. We had a lot of those good guys get called up to the major leagues, but Vlad, Bo, and Kevin are also very good dudes. So that was a unique team where they wanted to keep the whole core in AA for basically the entire year. Vlad went up after the Hall of Fame induction because when his dad was getting inducted that year. But for the most part, I've never seen it before. They kept pretty much everybody there, including the manager.